Reece from RJC Models here, and this is my test card for Emodels. So for you guys, I'm going to be doing the starter kit, 1/72 scale Hawker Siddeley Harrier GR1 in RAF models, marking, sorry. This is a starter kit. It has been open as well, but as you can see. But I'm not going to build it with the paints and the glues that are included. I'm going to show you guys how you can enhance that by getting other bits and pieces. So what I'll do is I'll move the camera down and I'll move it so you guys can see what I'm doing on the bench, and then we'll go from there. So I've taken it out of the box, and this is what we get. We've got a nice sprue, and I've made a hole on it so we can get to the sprues. So we get some lovely sprues. These are absolutely brilliant little kits actually. I'm going to leave the clear parts in there, as you can see, just so they don't get scratched. But no, these are brilliant kits. I mean, I've been model making for quite a while now, and a few weeks ago I lost a bit of the mojo, so I've been building these little, as you can't if you can see it very well, but these smaller airfix aeroplanes just to get the mojo back again, and they are absolutely fantastic. Some beautiful moulded plastic there, a nice fuselage. So in this one you get the wings, I believe that's the cockpit there, and the back of the cockpit just here. Some of the landing gear, the nose cones just there. Here we've got some of the wings, so we've got some nice little wings there, wing bottoms and tops. And this one we've got the other side of the fuselage, which I believe is a copy of the first one. So what I'm going to do is, I will move the camera to out just near the door there, so I can show you guys how I spray my base coat my models as like a primer. And obviously one thing I forgot to show you guys was the instructions, and in there should be some lovely decals which I can just put in the paint, so don't do that, guys. It's okay, it's only on the edge there, so it's fine. Let's get that back. Before I move the camera, what I've got here is this is what I use for my primer. So this is a Chaos Black primer. You can buy this from Games Workshop, and I assume that Emodels do as well. I've got this one from my local model shop, just because it's a little bit cheaper there. But yeah, that's what I use to base coat my models with. So what I'll do is I'll move the camera so you guys can see me spraying my models. Okay, so as you can see, I've come to a very well ventilated part of the man cave. I also would wear a dust mask as well, but I'm not wearing one because you guys wouldn't be able to hear what I'm saying. So this is by the door of the man cave here. I've shaken up the primer quite well, and I'm just going to give it some nice liberal sprays, about that sort of length apart. It's about 20 centimetres I usually say to spray, so I'll just give it some nice liberal spraying, making sure that I get all the angles, top half there, turn it around so I can do the bottom part. There we go. And then the bottom halves of the fuselage. Pop that to one side. Grab the next bit, and then so on from there. So what is best to do is wear, if you can find them, some rubber gloves, just because it's not good to, it's quite hard to get the paint off your hands, and it's not good to, oops, excuse me, it's not good to spray without it, I tend to find. I don't want nasty stuff in your skin now. So next part I've come across. So I'm just holding the sprue gate there with my fingers, and then it's just nice liberal coats of primer, making sure I get all the parts of pieces on there. And the good thing about this is I believe that the majority of the Harrier, the cockpit was black, so that will help us when we come to assembly, because normally with the airfix kits, the airfix starter kits, you get a lot of, they start by building the cockpits. So a nice even coat there of base coat primer, and then the last few sprues. So what I'll do is I'll finish up here, and then I shall meet you guys back at the bench. Okay. Right guys, so now that the sprues are dry, just out of the shot there, as you can just see just here, I've got the instructions, and this is why you don't spray without gloves, because you get black fingers. But anyway, that's besides the point. So, just off camera there is the instructions, and we're going to start by building, as I first thought, I'm going to start by building the seat. So the best way I find to cut parts off the sprue is with a knife, such as this one. So what we do, so we need parts 17 and 21, so it's these two just here. So you cut nice and close to the part. I hope you guys can see that there, nice and close to the part, so you get a little click, and then come again this way, and another nice click. So you got the part just off the sprue there. So I'm just gonna pop that out of the way for a minute over there on the off camera. And the same with this bit, I'm just gonna off the sprue, and then there we go. Just two parts of the seat off there, and then we're looking for part C5, which is the main part of the seat, the middle bit of the ejector seat. Now, that's got two options with this kit. You can do it either with a pilot in the air or on the ground all open up. So I'm actually not going to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do mine as it's on the ground. So as you can see that, oh, you can't see there. I'm just clipping this bit off of here, and then because this is going on into the middle of the two parts, as you can see a little white bit just there. What I'm going to do is take a sanding stick like this, and then I'm just going to clean that nub up. So just take it nice and gently and taking the end off a little bit like that. All right, there we go. So it doesn't completely get rid of it, but it is now nice and smooth. The little unpainted part is obviously just where it's been on the sprue, and we've painted the front edge and the side edge, but missed that bit out. But it doesn't really matter, because as you can see, what we're going to do now is we're going to bring the two parts together, and we're going to pop this bit onto there, and then there we go. Just pop that on. Oh, hang on, this is a bit confusing. So there we go. So it's it. You can see the shape of it on the side there. I'm just going to pop that. He says. Okay, so just a little bit like that, sitting in the groove just there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to come along, going to hold it together like that. Hold it together like that. What the glue I like to use is Tamiya Extra Thin. This is this just here. This is very good because it's a capillary based glue, so it's very thin, as you can see, very watery. So when I pop a little bit on there, it will just run round the side of the seat, a little bit like that. Whoops. There we go. And that will just stick on there. And a good thing about this glue as well is this is the extra thin, so it's quite quick drying. And then again, we're going to do the same this side. Pop that on there. He says, as the two parts fall apart. Sorry guys. So again, popping that on there. A bit like that. There we go. So, bit of extra thin there, just to get it nice and seated. Nah, see what I did there? I'm making the seat and I said seated. Puns o'clock, guys, puns o'clock. So, again, I'm going to pop that in there like that. So this is the other side of the seat. And that's going to come together just nicely like that. And I'll pop that to one side to let it dry. A little bit, whoops, a little bit like that. So I'll pop that, now that's all built, I'll pop that to the side, keep that out of the way, and then I shall continue on with the building of the cockpit. So I say the good thing about these ones, I think from what I remember seeing in pictures, they are all black cockpits. So what I'll do is I shall just grab the other part here. So it's 3A, this part just here. So like I did before, clip, clip, like that. And then what we need is part A9, which is this part just here. And then, so clip it off. And with this one, as you can see, I had a bit of trouble getting in there with that bit. So what I'm going to do is, so you can see that I just got a little nub. So now it's off the sprue. I'm going to come in with the knife, nice and tight angled there, and then just clip that away so it's nice and flush. All right. And then the same here, nice big nub just there, nice and flush, so it's nice and flat. And this is the part we cut off a minute ago. That's going to sit on there like that, so it's nice and flush, just a bit like that. And then come in with some glue, run it around the inside, a little bit like that, and then that's ready to be put in the cockpit. One thing I will show you guys while I'm here is the decals. So on the dashboard, or the control panels on these, they come as a decal. So this is the dashboard just there. This is the actual main board just there. And then the decal is this one just here. That one just there. So what I'll do is, this is how I do my decals and how I do my cockpits. So I'll click this bit off there, like that. Clip the bit off there, so it's out of the way. Clip the trees off. And the nub, get rid of all that nastiness. The same on this side. I hope you guys can see this deal. Get rid of that bit. And then what we'll do is cut out the decal. Like that. Now offside to the camera there, you can't really see it, but just over there there's a bowl of water, about lukewarm consistency. So what I do is, I get one of these spring clamps, like this, get a spring clamp, pop it in there, then what I do is I'll pop it in upside down first, so like that, and then give it a while that, and then turn it over and do it that way. So you've got the bit on the top. So I'll just pop that off camera and I'll do that. So this guy forgot to press record when he put the decals on, so I do apologise for that. So here's the cockpit already on, and then that will just sit in there, in the little hole just in there. What I'm doing is just waiting for this decal to dry, because it's got a bit of carrier film down the side, so I'll take that away when it's all dry and all set. And then I'll come together with the seat, put it all together, and that's one cockpit ready for your Harrier. So I hope you found this helpful, guys. Thank you for watching. If you liked it, give us a thumbs up, check out Emodels, and thank you guys for watching. Bye now. Bye.